welcome to my channel. So I'm back with another story time, and hello, my name is Noemi Jessie Case. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. So here I tell all kinds of stories. I do also have makeup videos and movie videos, so if you're into that, please stay and subscribe to my channel. So I am back with another story time, and I believe I did say it last video, but this whole month of October I am going to tell scary, spooky stories, okay? And also I did decorate a little bit for you guys. I know last year it was very not so good. Okay, it wasn't a very good decorating. It was very last minute, that's why. But this year I tried my best to be more aesthetically pleasing and cute. Okay, so I hope you guys like this new background for this month. But yeah, this whole month I am gonna be talking about scary stories, and these stories, they do take place in Marshalls. Okay, all these stories are gonna be stories that happen when I used to work at Marshalls, and they're pretty scary, spooky in my opinion. Okay, so this story is going to be the first time I heard something at Marshalls, and from there just things started escalating more and more. But of course I do want to start at the beginning. This is the first scary story that happened to me at Marshalls. So before I start, I am going to be drinking throughout my video, okay? I do have a margarita. I've been drinking a lot of the strawberry ones, so I'm going to switch it up a little bit, and I'm going to have a watermelon one. But yeah, if you guys want to drink with me or anything you guys want, go get them and let's get started. Salud. So, like I said at the beginning, this story is the first kind of scary, spooky thing that happened to me at Marshalls. I remember when I started at Marshalls, I started talking to the other girls that had been there for a while. They did mention that this specific Marshalls is haunted. And of course, girl, like, I am a very big believer in paranormal activities, so I was like, tell me more, like, quiero saber, dime el chisme, okay? And of course they told me, they're like, girl, the stock room is super haunted. They told me that it looks like a little kid passed away there. Also, there's other stories about other ghosts that people have seen in the stock room. So they told me since the beginning, the stock room is definitely haunted. They did also mention that the fitting rooms were haunted as well. Okay, you could hear noises there, doors opening and closing. So I was like, damn, like, that's kind of creepy. And they're like, yeah, girl, so those two areas are definitely hot spots, and you can hear a lot of noises, a lot of activity going on in the stock room and in the fitting room. I just said, oh, okay, like, that's kind of scary, but that's it, you know. I didn't really think much of it. So moving on, I realized that when I closed, when I was doing the closing shift, there's no customers in the store at this time, and the lights are dim. And I realized that I started seeing like shadows running around the store, okay, like in the hallways, just they will pass by just like that, like shroom shroom, like going super fast, and I would see these shadows, okay? And to me that was very weird, and I was like, am I just seeing things? But I didn't really tell anybody. I think I did tell one person, but I didn't really say anything. I was like, you know what, like, I'm going crazy here, like, no sé, like, I just wasn't feeling comfortable saying that I saw these things, so I kind of just brushed it off and I was like, it's nothing, it's just my imagination. So one night I was doing the closing shift and it was pretty slow, okay? It was super slow. So I was also in charge of the lingerie department. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the lingerie department and I'm going to see if there's something I could do, okay? So the time could go faster. So going through the lingerie department, I noticed that some of the bras needed sensors. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna censor these bras. I took all the bras that needed censoring and I was like, I am gonna go to the stock room and censor there just because it's easier. Censor in a quiet place than being like out where the customers are. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna censor real quick in the stock room. So I of course like go to the stock room, and when I get there I see one of my coworkers. Have talked about him before. I don't remember if I named him anything, but I am gonna name him Zach. Okay, so I go into the stock room and I see Zach and I say hi to him. He was in charge of the shoot department, so part of the stuff they needed to do, they needed to process shoes. So that's what he was doing there, okay? He was processing shoes, and I just come in, I said hi, and I tell him, hey, like I'm gonna be censoring some bras over here on the side. And he's like, yeah, sure. So that's it. That was our conversation, right? And just keep in mind that this room is a really big room, okay? So he was in one side of the stock room and I was in the other side of the stock room. So we're both working, we're doing our thing, when all of a sudden I hear Zach singing. And yeah, like I know that he's singing, like I can hear him, I hear his voice, and he's just singing. And all of a sudden I hear a little girl singing with him, and the little girl wasn't singing the same song, but she was singing at the same time with him, but different songs, okay? And girl, when I heard this, escalofríos, okay? I was like, is that a little girl? Like, I was just like, is that a little girl? Like, what? And so I immediately stopped Zach, and I was like, Zach, do you hear that little girl singing with you? And he stops and he looks at me like I'm a psycho. He's like, no, I don't hear that. And I was like, Zach, I swear to you, I heard a little girl singing with you. Not the same song, but at the same time. And it creeped me out. Like, I am creeped out. And he's like, Noemi, like, you're probably hearing things. He's like, I didn't hear anything. And girl, I definitely second guessed myself, because I was like, did I hear things, you know, like, am I hearing stuff? But anyways, okay, after that I got all spooked out, so I was like, you know what, I am done censoring anyway, so I'm just gonna go out to the floor and just pick up, right? So after that I ended up talking to one of my coworkers, and I did tell her that I heard this little girl singing with Zach in the stock room. And she tells me, like, I told you, like, a lot of stuff happening back there, and it's definitely haunted, and you probably heard that little kid that passed away. And I forgot about that, and I was like, oh my god, like, maybe that was it. Maybe that was, like, the little kid that passed away, and I heard her sing. And girl, it was crazy, and I absolutely got all spooked out. And I knew from then on that the stock room is definitely haunted, okay? And that's the story for today. I know it's very small story, but after that, like I said, everything just escalated more and more, okay? So in the other videos I am going to talk about those situations and this is just kind of like an intro video for you guys. But of course, just stay tuned next week. I am going to tell the other stories, and I swear to you, the other stories are even scarier, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please subscribe to my channel. It is free. You help your girl out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.